My name's Jeremy, and we're on Green Creek Farms again. This is just some kind of a random day of doing like some basic farm tasks and just kind of giving an overview of everything. So up here you can see on my roof, see what we had done before is we put this roof up ourselves. So we put screws at the very bottom here and then up at the top on the crown. We didn't put any in the middle. We couldn't get to those with our lift that we had. So what we did is we just left those, and they were tacked pretty good. Well, I just hired a roofing company, and they came up and they put all my screws in the very middle. It's hard to see just like it is here, but they're all in there and they look fantastic. It's called Frank's Roofing. We'll walk over here to the chickens now. Hey, y'all having a good bit of fun. Usually got one chicken that's always in here sitting on an egg. Yeah, there's the chickens. So hey, I want to open this field up because as you can see, I'm kind of walking in it. It's not crazy thick and it's not really just ungodly thick, but I get right into here and it gets a lot thicker. But we're going to go up there with the fence all the way up to the front and across over there. You can see our temporary power pole in the distance. We want to put a fence there. That way we can move the cows from where they're at in the back to up here in the front. Hey. My creek is fairly well dried up. That actually is supposed to be a running, like a creek. There's a good old cedar tree. Walk in here with them. Show you right here too. This is a green field. Like I said, we've been in kind of a drought, so it's really not very green right now, but it is a planted green field with rye and everything, and you can see the tree stand right up there in the distance. So we have this because deer come straight through here off this ridge. So that used to be the old road bed right in there that goes through the mountain. So deer actually come up that road bed, come all the way down through here, and sometimes they'll go to this ditch if there's water in it, but they go on the other side of that tree stand because that's where the creek is. So they literally come straight through here because there's a bunch of acorn trees, all kind of trees, stuff like that, and they just go straight into that, drink the water down the creek, and they usually follow the creek line all the way down. Oh, all this. How we doing? Doing good? I know. It's okay. I don't have any food on me right now. Man, y'all always turn that feed trough over. I don't know what the deal is. Hey. Hey, y'all still got a bunch of hay over here. You're gonna be eating this hay. Over here on the side where that fence goes on. So this entire property back here used to be farmed. And it used to be farmed, what they would do is they would cut it in rows. So they would row farm it like that, but they would always go this way. Well, water runs off the mountain from the back forward, so it always catches water. So I need to go through there and I need to plow that up and get it tilled where it's good and flat. Bye, girls. All right. It's kind of a crude lock, I know, but it works. Hey, baler, it's there. Here is my hay mower. So this is what we cut 70 bales of hay with. This is a Vernland, or it's actually spelled with a K, a Kverneland, but it's pronounced Vernland. Disc mower, 6 foot long. I need to put a new tarp, as you can see, on top of that. I'm going to do something a little bit different. This right here is our hay rake. So I had a Polaris 900 XP that caught on fire in the middle of a field. And what we'll do right now is I'm going to cut away to a little video of my dad explaining that.
It's been a week now since we had a little incident happen. We've been baling hay for, I don't know, close to a month now at several different fields around here. And what we do is we use our Polaris Ranger 900. We bought it, my son bought it, I think it's 2019 model. Didn't have it about 500 hours on it, and we use it to rake the hay with. And last Monday I was using it through this field here that we're standing at, and I don't really know what happened. I hadn't figured out what happened yet, but I was, riding along, and I just happened to look in my rearview mirror, and I was on fire. The Polaris was, that is, and kind of, I didn't know what to do. I'm about 300 yards from the road from here, and all I had was a little small bottle of water, and I splashed it on the fire, but it didn't do any good. And basically, it was a big old ball of hay up under the hitch of the Polaris. And if you're familiar with the Polaris Ranger, the receiver hitch is real close to the ground. It's about that far from the ground. And when we pull the rake, sometimes, hay gets hung up under that little hitch because the pin going through, it hits it and catches the hay ball, and there's a big old ball of hay gets under there. And I don't know if I was riding across the field and it built up heat because it was a really hot day that day. Now, it's cold today. It's 50 degrees right now, but last week it was, near 90. This is Alabama. We have crazy weather. Pretty hot. The ground was super dry. And what happened was, it just basically caught on fire. And I don't know, it might have been the exhaust from the Polaris that did it. Some people are saying it may be the exhaust from the Polaris that did it, or it could be just the hay, dragging the ground and built up friction and heat. And, by the time I got out of the Polaris, I mean, the whole back of the Polaris was fully involved. The dump bed on the Polaris is made out of like a phenolic plastic material, and it caught on fire, and I couldn't do anything. I mean, I was shaking like a leaf. I mean, I called 911. Like, I never figured out how to even get 911 up on my phone because I was so nervous and scared. But anyway, I'm okay. I got out of the Polaris okay, but I just filled the tank up, so I had to run, get about 50 yards away, because by the time I got away from it, it was just fully involved, and exploded. I mean, it exploded. I didn't get any pictures of it. I'm sorry, but I'm telling you, I was just in shock. I didn't get any video, I'll put it that way. There was a picture that I took because it was still fully involved when the fire department got here. They came here and put the fire out, and I want to thank them. I mean, this fire department in this town, I mean, all firemen, I mean, they just they're grossly underpaid, and I'm sorry I hate to say that, but they are, because I mean, they got a tough job trying to take care of situations like this. This was totally unexpected. I mean, I just had no idea it was going to happen. What worried me too is right over here is a wooded area, and it's real dry. I mean, everything's just like chalk. I mean, if it had got away right there, it could have burned that whole wooded area and caught all these woods on fire over here to my right. And but they got it out right on the edge in time. I don't know if you can see back here in the background. I'll step out of the way just a second, let you see it. All this area burned. It's pretty dark, but right now, the sun's not right on it right now, but we've got our hay spear out there right beside where the fire was. It was in the very back corner of the property there where it happened. But anyway, just want to let y'all know what happened. We're okay. The Polaris is insured, so we're going to hopefully get enough money to maybe try to get us something else, but we are definitely going to be careful using this equipment from here on out. And one thing my son's already done is he went this weekend and bought 3 fire extinguishers. So we'll have a fire extinguisher on every tractor, and the Polaris if we get another one as well, because we need, I mean, I never thought about having to have a fire extinguisher on farm equipment, but I'm telling you, it's something we need, and you need to think about it too. And I know I've heard some of y'all people say too on on Marketplace, I've seen a couple of them by looking at the Polarises, and also on YouTube, where y'all have said that you use yours to rake hay with, and it does good, man. It's so smooth and it rides so good, and you can get done so much faster. But I'm telling you, there's a huge danger there too as well. I don't know what caused mine to do this, but just be aware of it, and just be be vigilant when you're riding that thing, and pay attention to behind you, because you'll bring hay with you and you'll end up with a big fire like I did. But I'm okay. Anyway, just want to let you know that. We might give you a little bit more before this video ends, but all of you have a good day and be safe out there.
Yeah, so in a nutshell, that's kind of it. but this actually did catch on fire. We actually replaced the tires on it because the tires melted. Nothing else melted, nothing else caught on fire. It's mainly all metal, so there wasn't a whole lot because the fire didn't get crazy hot enough to melt the metal where this was hooked to. It actually just melted everything in front and in the Polaris. So this is a secondary field over here. I don't know if I can bale it. We tried to bale it right there, but it was just too wet when we tried to do it, so I got to get all that up. I think I can go over there with the disc mower. I probably could get a bale of hay or two out of that. Whew, that's some thick stuff right there. Oh. Okay. Oh, it's very dark. A cylinder hone. Here it is, the flex hone. And a drill. Ha, there we go. Seems long, I know, but for what I have to do, it'll work. All right, got all this stuff here. Oh, from here. Massey Ferguson 450. So we just got it. We hadn't even tried it this year yet, actually, but I think it does 4x5 bales, so we'll have to see how it does. It actually has a working jack, though. That's good. All right, that's the end of the task there. So if you like what we're doing, please like, subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're trying to build it up really, really well. I don't want to use it just to completely quit work, but it would be nice to help supplement a lot of things to get a lot more work done here at the farm. Right now we have hay. Of course, we're going to sell it, but honestly, as bad as this winter has shaped up to be, potentially, I may end up keeping every bit of this. There's about 50 bales back there, and my cows are going through it pretty heavy right now. So especially if I get them artificially inseminated, I'm probably going to need a good bit more hay because they're probably going to consume a good bit more. So we're going to have to work on that. And also I've got to run water. I'd like to run a dedicated water line out there to them. That way I'm not taking that truck back and forth. So, but yeah, if you like what we're doing, please like, subscribe, look at our link tree. It's got all of our links, got our Amazon store, got all those things. But yeah, so that's what we're kind of trying to do. Trying to build things up here to where I can eventually, live down here and live off of things. One thing I want to do, honestly, I want to be a carpenter. I'd love to do some woodworking and things like that and make projects, be able to sell and do that on the side also, or I don't know, maybe even full-time, who knows. Never know what the Lord wants you to do. Wow, something just ran through there. Oh, rabbit, okay. But squirrel. Anyway, so yeah, you never know what's going to happen, never what's going to turn up down here. So, but for the time being, we'll just see what we got. So yeah, that's pretty much it for right now. So we'll see y'all on the next time, see what all the other adventures kind of hold for us. See you later.